Although Ye Ling's zombie spiritual pet was a female zombie, the appearance of a black-eyed zombie was still as terrifying as something out of a horror movie. If an ordinary person saw such a black-eyed zombie, they might mistake it for a demon. Even Ye Ling, as the spirit tamer of his own zombie spiritual pet, found it somewhat creepy when he looked at her. Therefore, under normal circumstances, Ye Ling rarely summoned her. Just imagine sleeping in the middle of the night with a terrifying-looking zombie spiritual pet standing next to you. No matter how you think about it, it's extremely frightening, especially if you wake up in the middle of the night. If you have a weak heart, you might get scared to death. The problem is, this zombie doesn't need to sleep and just keeps staring at you. This probably would keep anyone awake. Of course, non-humans might be an exception, but now things were different. The black-eyed zombie had completed its first evolution, undergoing a significant change in appearance. It shouldn't be called a black-eyed zombie anymore. It should be called a white-eyed zombie, with pure white eyes and only a tiny black dot in the center. If she wore sunglasses, you wouldn't even notice. The once creepy zombie body now looked just like a normal human. Not only that, the female zombie, now evolved into a white-eyed zombie, had a delicate face. Although her complexion was deathly pale, it gave off a morbid beauty. If you didn't look closely and took her outside, people might mistake her for a beautiful human woman. Of course, because she was still a zombie, she emitted a cold aura. Ye Ling reached out and gently touched the delicate face of the female zombie. Compared to when she was a black-eyed zombie, her skin was slightly softer, but it was still quite hard, icy cold, and without any warmth. A zombie spiritual pet that looks this beautiful, how strong is she? Hopefully, she's not still a waste. Looking good was of no use. For Ye Ling now, he needed to quickly improve his strength, and the fastest way was naturally to hunt demons. Only by hunting demons could he quickly accumulate experience points and thus level up his spiritual pet. As the level of the spiritual pet increased, Ye Ling, as the spirit tamer, could synchronize with the highest level of his spiritual pet and naturally improve himself. This is why almost all spirit tamers in this world are forged through extensive battles. Opening the system panel again, the information about his spiritual pet had completely changed. Name: White-Eyed Zombie. Genus Undead. Level: First rank. Second level experience 0%. Growth power common. Growth rate 0%. Talent physical damage reduction low upgradable talent. Skill bloodthirsty upgradable skill. This evolution had greatly enhanced the zombie spiritual pet's strength, breaking through the growth rate limit to common. Not only that, but she also gained a new skill, bloodthirsty. When the possessor fights an enemy, causing damage to the opponent, it can heal the possessor's injuries and significantly boost their attack power. Duration 3分钟 use, cooldown 5分钟 use. Although it had a cooldown, this skill was still very powerful, capable of healing injuries and providing more sustained combat power. Combined with the inherent physical damage reduction, which could reduce some physical damage, Ye Ling could already see the future path for this spiritual pet. Vampiric tank damage dealer. It was very clear with vampiric abilities and damage reduction. The damage output was also considerable, making it a perfect vampiric tank damage dealer. At the same time, Ye Ling also noticed the notes on the talent and skill indicating they could be upgraded. System: What do I need to upgrade talents and skills? If you don't understand, you should ask. Naturally, Ye Ling wanted to inquire thoroughly about this matter. The more talents and skills, the stronger the spiritual pet. For an ordinary spiritual pet, each evolution grants one talent or skill. Talents can be considered passive skills. The higher the growth power, the more skills or talents are obtained. Therefore, at the same level, a spiritual pet with higher growth power often has more skills or talents and holds an advantage. Of course, this is just one way to measure the strengths of a spiritual pet, and doesn't mean more talents or skills always equate to greater strengths. Upgradable talents and skills only require the consumption of available free points for upgrading. Currently, the host has 2 free points available. Free points can be used to upgrade the talents and skills of pets, as well as the spiritual techniques mastered by the host. The system's code voice ran out, very concise and clear, without any superfluous words. Ye Ling nodded slightly, now understanding the use of the free points previously given by the system. Spirit Tamers master spiritual techniques that need to be learned to control. In the current schools, they only teach 3 spiritual techniques: spiritual power chains, spiritual power shield, and spiritual vision. Ye Ling had already reached the first level in all 3 techniques. For Spirit Tamers, upgrading spiritual techniques is not easy and requires a lot of time to practice. The higher the level, the greater the power, but it also means greater consumption.